Hello student, today we are going to start a new chapter that is known as fiber and fabric. It is the chapter of class 7, chapter 3rd. So today we are going to study about fiber and fabric. So dear student, you might have seen fibers in your daily life. So what are fibers? Can you think? I will give you some time to think about fibers. So let's see this hanky, dear student. Alright, this complete hanky is a cloth, and in general term we say that this cloth is a fabric. Alright, and this fabric is made up of different fibers. So if we pull out one thread from this hanky, this is known as fibers. Alright, and when many fiber join together, they form the fabric, and fabric means a cloth. Alright, so let's study what is fiber and fabric. So student, fibers can be made from different things like cotton balls, silk cocoon, acrylic and fiberglass. Alright, and some other plants like jute plant are there. We can also obtain the fabric from camel, polyester, carbon. Okay, so these are the substance through which we can make the fiber. Alright, so moving forward, see student, what are fibers? Fibers are very thin thread like strands from which fabrics or clothes are made. Some example of fibers are cotton, wool, silk, flax, jute, nylon, polyester and polyacrylic. Alright, so students, see, I am drawing something over here. If this is a complete cloth, so this cloth is made up of very thin fibers. Okay, so these thin thread like structure is known as fibers, and when all these fibers are knitted together, they form fabric. Okay, so let's move further. See, from which animal do we get fibers? So there are not only one organism, there are different type of animal from which we can get thread like structure, that is fiber. So they are yak, camel, goat, sheep, alpaca. So all these animals can give some type of fabric or fibers which is known as wool. Alright, and we know that we wear woolen clothes in our winter season. Okay, so you have to remember the name of these animals. Alright, because they will come in the questions also, like the yak is there, camel is there, goat is there, sheep is there, alpaca is there. All these animals can give wool. Okay, so student, moving further, the wool comes from animal like sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama and alpaca. The wool yielding animals bear a thick coat of hair on their body. So any organism whichever we have studied now, we have seen that there are some kind of hairs present on their body. Okay, like we have seen in the case of yak also, in the case of goat also, all have different hairs present on the body. So these hairs can make up the fiber. Okay, so student, we are moving forward. Now you are now aware of the function or how the woolen clothes are essential for us in the winter season. Just think about the situation that there is too much cold outside, but you don't have sweater to wear. What will happen? You will feel too much of cold. Alright, so see, the hair which gives us wool and keep them warm during the cold winter season. The hair on the body of wool yielding animals trap a lot of air. Air spaces between the wool fibers trap air. Since the air is a poor conductor of heat, so the air trapped in here shields the body from cold and keeps them warm in the winter. So student, we all know that this woolen clothes are messed up in a very closed contact. All right, see, this is a woolen fiber, and all this woolen fiber will make a woolen fabric cloth. All right, and now what will happen? The air present in the atmosphere will be trapped inside this. Okay, the air present in the woolen part will be trapped. And now this air cannot escape from the woolen fabric. So what will happen? As we know that air is a bad conductor of heat, so the heat cannot pass from our body to our environment. All right, and hence in the winter season we can remain warmer by wearing the sweater. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So moving further, see student, we have two kinds of hair on our body also. Like we have hairs on our hand, our body, and one hair is present on our head. Okay, so you can see and touch which hair is soft and which hair is rough. So touch it. So student, when we touch the hair on our hand, it seems to be very soft. Okay, and we touch the hair that is on our beard or on our head, they are so tough. Okay, so similarly in the case of sheep also, here you can see that the hair that is present on the neck part, that is very coarse or tough. Okay, and the hair which is present on the body are much softer. So see student, the hair close to our skin, that is hair on our body and arms, are soft, and the hair on our head is coarse hair. Okay, like us, the hairy skin of sheep has two types of fiber that forms fleece. That is, fleece means wool. So how many types of fiber are there? Basically there are two types, that is coarse beard hair, that is very hard hair, all right, that is present on this cheek, and one is soft hair that is present on the skin, dear student. So hairs that is present on the sheep or different animals can be of two types, that is of coarse hair, that is very hard, and second one is soft hair that is present on our skin, and coarse hair is present on our beard. Okay, so see student, I hope this is very clear to you. Moving forward, now you have to select the correct response out of this. Okay, select the correct animal which gives the wool. Just now we have studied these, so options are yak, camel, goat, and all of these. So just think for a second and then you can give your answer. Yes student, so have you made your answers? Yes. So yes, we know that yak also give the wool, camel also give the wool, and goat also give the wool. So all these three responses are correct. So we can say that all the above response given in this question are correct. Okay student, so moving to the next section. So what are the source of the wool? As we have studied about the different types of animal from which we get the wool. Okay, now what are the source? From which part of the country, which animal live in different part of our country? So we want to know their sources. All right, so first of all, we will know about the sheep shearing. Shearing means cutting down the wool present on the body of the sheep. Okay, so sheep, wait a minute. So ship shearing is the process by which the woolen fleece of a ship is cut off. Okay. The person who removes the ship's wool is called shearer. Typically, each adult sheep is shorn once each year. Alright. So from here we came to know about that ship shearing is a process by which woolen fleece or wool can be removed, and the person who removes the wool is known as shearer. Alright. And this wool is taken off only once in a year. These are the 3 points, you have to remember it. So wool commonly available in the market is sheep wool. Okay, as we have studied about the different type of wool like yak wool, camel wool, goat wool, but whatever we are wearing right now, they are the wool of sheep. So several breed of sheep are found in different part of our country. So there are different type of sheep and they are found in different part of our country. However, the fleece of sheep is not only the source of wool. There are other sources of wool also. So the wool which we are getting from sheep is not only that wool, we get the wool from different sources too. So let's see from which part we get the wool. Here I have taken the picture from NCERT. Alright, and you can see the different type of animal present here, like yak is present, llama is present, alpaca is present, camel, then angora goat, then simple goat is present. Alright, now we will look upon the region from where these animals belong to it. So see, the yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Okay, yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Now angora wool is obtained from angora goats in hilly region of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, the underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft and is woven into fine shawls called pashmina shawl. Okay, the fur of the body of camel is used as wool. Llama and alpaca found in South America are yielding wool. So they are the different animals belonging to the different part of the world who give different type of wool. Alright, and their quality also differ very much. So we have to remember each animal, their region and type of wool they are producing also. So yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh, that is in India. Okay, Tibet and Ladakh. So student, there are some more breed of sheep and their quality of wool and the state where they are found. So this is completely from our country, that is India. Okay, now we will study the name, that is Lohi. It gives good quality wool and it is from Rajasthan and Punjab. Rampur Bushier, it is give brown fleece, means brown wool, and they are found in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. Then Nali, carpet wool, Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Barkharwal for woolen shawls, Jammu and Kashmir. Marwari, coarse wool, that is found in Gujarat. Pathanwadi for hosiery, that is found in Gujarat. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 breed of sheep. Alright, and we can see that all these 3 sheep can produce different quality of wool. Like some are producing good quality, some are producing brown, some are producing carpet wool, some are producing woolen shawl, then some are producing coarse wool and some for hosiery purpose. Okay student, so let's move further. Yak wool is commonly found in, where we can found yak wool, that is in Tibet and Ladakh. Hope you have remembered this. Okay, so student, moving forward. Now the term, what do you mean by rearing? So rearing of sheep means to look after the sheep by providing them food, shelter and healthcare. As we know that we human also need food, shelter and health. Okay. So breeding of sheep is done to obtain such breeds of sheep which yield good quality of wool in large quantities. These breed of sheep have a thick coat of hair on their body and are called sheep of good breed. This raises the quality and quantity of wool produced. Okay, so this is very simple thing that we have already studied, that the different type of sheep have different type of wool present on their body. Some may have thick quality, some may have thin quality, some may be furry type. All right, so on rearing different type of sheep we will get different quality of wool. Okay, so now we have to know that what are the different steps through which this wool is made. Okay, so the first step is shearing of sheep. So we all know that by looking at this image also you can verify that what do you mean by shearing. Okay, so shearing means what you can see in this image. Yes, so yes, shearing we can see that a person is removing the wool from the body of sheep. Okay, now it is written scoring in the tank. What does this mean? This means that the wool whichever that is taken from the sheep may contain different type of dirt or some type of bacteria, viruses may be present on their wool. All right, so it is made clean by putting it into the boiling water. Okay, so here it is written scoring in the tank. Now the third one is that after cleaning the wool, it is put into the machine to form one long thread like structure. Okay, and after that it is rolled down into a yarn. Okay, so yes student, now we have seen all these 4 steps, that is shearing of sheep, scoring in the tanks, scoring by machines, that is cleaning by machines, and then rolling into yarn. Okay, so we will see each step very in detail now. So the fleece of the sheep along with the thin layer of the skin is removed by the body. This process is called shearing. Okay, now see, the fleece of the sheep contain dust, dirt, dried sweat and grease. So the sheared hair of the sheep is thoroughly cleaned by washing with soap and lot of water in the tank. This process of washing of sheared hair is called scoring. The scoring makes the fleece of sheep clean. The scored fleece is then dried. Now a day scoring is done by machine also. A third step is that after scoring, sorting is done. The process of separating the fleece of a sheep into sections according to the quality of woolen fibers such as fine, coarse and long, short, etc. It is called sorting. Alright. The last one is the small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hairs. Alright, and they are arranged further. The natural fleece or the hair of the sheep is white, brown or black in color. Okay, there are different type of colors. The white woolen fiber contained by sorting can be dyed in different colors. The fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. The long woolen fibers are spun or twisted into thick yarn called wool, which is used for knitting sweaters, etc. The short woolen fibers are spun into fine yarn and then woven on a loom to make a woolen clothes like shawl, etc. Finally, we conclude that sheep's hair is sheared off from the body, scored, sorted, dyed, combed and spun into obtain the wool. The quality of woolen clothes depend on the breed of sheep from which wool is obtained. Okay, So finally we conclude that sheep's hair is sheared off from the body, scored, sorted, dyed, combed and spun to obtain the wool. And the woolen yarn for weaving cloth. The quality of woolen cloth depends on the breed of sheep from which wool is obtained. I hope it would be clear to you, students. Now, whatever we have studied, we will revise it and then we are going to do few questions. All right. So today we have studied about wool, animals that yield wool and animal rearing. Okay. So tell me the answer, student. Select the correct animal which give wool. Yak, camel, goat, all of these. So answer will be all of these. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. The first step in the wool making is shearing of wool, means removal of wool. So now there are few questions, student, you can do in your home. This is very easy one. You have to make a chart to show different animals yielding wool and you have to paste the picture of man-made and natural fiber. Okay, student, hope it would be very helpful to you this session, and I want from you that you join my next lecture also on this topic, fiber and fabric. Okay, till then, be happy, be safe. Thank you.